As I continue to tell my story and try to educate, and this one is on the 14th of April 2019. And this one goes out to the Duncan Burns and all the rest of them out there that act like they're Emperor Duncan Burns at Baker's Bay. You see, some 15 years ago, I met this little short, Don Grow man that keep watching me. Watching you could feel when somebody watching you. So he finally, after a couple of days of seeing me, came up to me outside the resort there in Marsh Harbor and asked me if I wanted to work for him. I said, but I'm working now. I don't need to work for you. I don't want to work for nobody. Once the playing field is clear, Kai is aggressively enough to get mine. Unfortunately, that don't happen in this country because we have people that prostitute their position to take what is necessarily yours. Nonetheless, Michael Melman told me about this big plan to develop Baker's Bay. At that time, I didn't know the magnitude about it, and he told me, just like he told Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie, y'all don't know nothing about land development. So how could you negotiate on behalf of your people if you don't know anything about it? At least study it or get somebody that knows about it, then come to the table. I know about Baker's Bay because I met this guy for the first time named Meissner, the overlord god of Treasure Key, the only resort in North Abaco that sustained the whole of North Abaco over the years. One resort, Treasure Key. And it's amazing. The thing about what the blacks hate about me, the whites love. They see that there is something in me that has some brain cell. When my black people, all they want to do is getting overrun by illegals and keep accepting anything them expatriates throw at them. Meister saw me and Meister gave me a sweet deal. There's nobody could go on the place called Baker's Bay at the time where the cruise ship came. They brought 5,000 people a week. On the days that the cruise ship didn't come, it was belonging to me. How I know so much about Baker's Bay? I was the first to be hired by Mike Melman. I was Mike's head of security and transportation. I had two jobs, making $60,000 take home a day. And when the Negroes found that out, Jesus, you ever see anybody, black people, that a brother making a good salary, they got angry? Like, who the hell, how can Kai make all this money? So they begins to plot. But that's a story for another day. When I work at Baker's Bay, I see the story in America, it's in the news again, about this billionaire. This guy is twice as the size as Mike Melman. And guess what he is now? He got a signing as a sex offender. He did the same thing that happened in Baker's Bay. That is why I went to jail, because of the same story by billionaire investor Jeffrey Espin. Jeffrey Edward Espin. He has an island in the Caribbean, just like Baker's Bay. And Espin used to bring the underage girls to the island, and him and his boys will have sex with them. When I worked for Baker's Bay, I did a video 2 years ago, and that's what got me in trouble, when I said about all the coke, the money laundering, the underage girls, and the pretty girls, the pretty girls, the pretty girls, the pretty girls. And when I did the video, it was so powerful that I went to prison. Not because of the hammer, because of the truth. The truth hurts, brother. And the billionaire Espin is being investigated again because he only spent a couple years in jail. And they said, nah, look here, that was not enough time for all the girls that he abused, because sex in America and you abuse people sexually, it is huge. Watch out for Baker's Bay to fall, because any investigation coming up, I'm going to be the first one to testify for the American government. Kai brought the girls there. They sneak them in on these jets, these private plane. Kai pick them up. Kai dropped the girls off, and they were so fine. And they say, "Hey, why y'all bringing all these prostitutes in here?" They ain't no prostitute. They what they call them? High-end women. High-end women. And they're for the high-end clientele. When them girls finish juicing them, they got to sign. And all the investors of Baker's Bay, when they came in, nobody brought their wives. That couldn't work if the wife came. They get all juiced up, liquored up, coke up, then they sign their money away. And I was trying to sneak some of them girls for years, but that no good. Jeffrey Jones. Every time I try to suck one away, Jeffrey Jones will have, sometimes he have 3 girls one time. He wouldn't give Kai Mills one of them little pretty thing. I'm glad I ain't got none today, because I don't know what they had. But they look good. If they look good, man gonna try, because I name man. But Jeff Jones wouldn't let me kapunkle none of them up. And I look at this fella, billionaire, investor, financier, science and research expert, is a registered sex offender. If the America do their investigation on Jeffrey Jones and them in Baker's Bay, plenty of them going to jail, and plenty of them gonna have to register as a sex offender. And Kai ain't gonna get registered as no sex offender, because I ain't do none. But I know Jeff and I know who Dom. I was there. I used to peep and see what they doing, because they was in my country, and I wanted to know what is going on in Kai country. That's why I tell y'all, I talk what I see. I saw it 15 years ago on the private island of Baker's Bay, here in Marsh Harbor with the investors. That is why they tried to silence me. That is why my vehicle was burned to crisp, and I got burned as I come in the door trying to out the fire of the gas that they throw in my taxi. But there is a good God. I ain't talking about those denominational God. I'm talking about the universal God that have already and always never leave Kai Mills, because I am the one that is sending out the message. And the message was, somebody wanted to silence me. So far, I'm still not silenced. So far, the same thing that happened on Estain Island continues on Baker's Bay. The other day, I saw Jeff Jones himself pick up some Colombian prostitute, and I said, boy, they fine, they look good. Then I see him dipping his hand in the coke, tasting the coke before he pay the fellas. I wanted to do that video, but the fella that he's buying the coke from, I ain't no fool, I ain't gonna tape him. But I saw Jeff just a year ago at the Conkin. Jeffrey Jones, I could call his name, with the prostitutes, with the coke. And I asked these guys, how the hell does immigration let prostitutes come from Colombia, Spain, Cuba? Immigration must be getting some too. That is the only way they could pass through. And they're boldly selling their bodies from Colombia. We can't get cocaine to come direct from Colombia, and we can get prostitute in the Bahamas. I see it every day around here. The fellas are getting brave now. They're sending the captains of the boat in taxi at the Marsh Harbor International Airport to pick up their prostitutes. That is selling modern property at Baker's Bay to date. Watch the age of these prostitutes. What these girls are now doing is say, yeah, Jeff Jones had sex with me. I was 13 and 14 at the time. They make me up so I can look 21, 22, 23, but in reality, I was only 14, 15. That ain't no crime in the Bahamas. That's a crime in America. Because just the other day, in the police station in Marshaba, a girl was arrested at the age of 11 and 12, and the Marshaba police let the girl go that molested her because the girl was 18 and she was fine. But the girl that she molested was only 11 at the time and she's 12. And I give the information to Rendell and Grand Bahama, the police station here in Marshaba, and nothing is happening because the girl that molested her, the police says she's so fine, we're gonna try to have sex with her to see if we could change her sexual behavior. And that is what happened when you have no good police officers in the Marshaba police station that only concerned about giving Kai Mills a ticket. That is why I could speak about Baker's Bay and the corruption, the money laundering, the prostitution, is because Kai delivered them to them. Sunday, call it Palm Sunday, and Kai is telling his story about Baker's Bay and how it started 15 years ago. Kai cares. That's why I'm telling my story on my WCAY on a Palm Sunday.